We are your hosts. I'm Sean Calhoun, and this is my lovely wife.
Christina Calhoun.
And today we're going to be talking about how to motivate who?
A discouraged buyer.
That's right. We know that happens sometimes. Maybe it happens to one of your clients, right? Maybe they'll put in some offers, not make it. Well, before we get right into it though, we want to invite you to check out Pretty Home Academy. You're going to love it. It is a website with training, more tips just like this one. If you're working with sellers, how to get more listings. If you're working with buyers, how to keep them motivated, and more. And we'll get into that as well. Also, if you want to reach out to us, you can actually look at us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, all the platforms. We're there. But on Facebook, you can reach out to us direct. Sean, Christina Calhoun. All right. So, Christina, let's get right into it.
So maybe you've been out showing 20 houses to your buyer client. They've put in 10 offers and nothing's been accepted. What do? How do you keep them motivated?
Right.
Because that's really discouraging. It's discouraging for you as the agent who's been hustling and doing all this work. It's discouraging for them.
Right.
They might have even said something like, I'll just keep renting for another year.
Yeah. I mean, when they're at that breaking point, right? They're like, I that's okay. You know, we're just gonna take a break, right?
Right. So we want to discuss in this training video 2 tactics so that you can help them to stay motivated.
All right.
So tactic number 1, stir the pot.
All right. So when you talk about stir the pot, sometimes it might have a negative connotation, right? Have you ever had a problem and then a family member brought it up? They kind of stirred the pot. They brought it back up, and you're like, ugh. Why do you have to bring that up now? Why are you stirring the pot? Well, we are talking about stirring the pot, bringing up a problem, but we're going to bring up a problem for good. How are we going to do that?
So you're going to really remind them of the reason why they were starting to look at houses, to buy a house, to have that pride of ownership. It could have been they've been renting for the past 5 years,
right,
and my landlord keeps going up in the price, right? Plus, they know, is it financially responsible to just keep renting all this time? Maybe they're ready to have a house that they own.
Right. So stirring the pot is bringing up that problem. So if you think about it, in the sales process, at the beginning of the sales process, for them, they had a problem. It's the reason why they called you to solve that problem of helping them to buy a house. Like Christina just brought out what some of those problems can be. When you're on the initial consultation, that's why it's so important to ask them, why do you need to buy a home? And why now? You're going to drive even deeper and ask them those questions. Why now? Okay, so you've already asked them those questions. No doubt, you know why they're looking to get a home. So now is the time that you stir the pot. You bring it back up. Now, how do you do that?
Well, you remind them of that reason why they started the home search. And then you can commend them for being resilient, because this is a struggle trying to get an offer accepted.
Atta girl. You've been doing so good.
And if you've been not winning those offers, make sure to check out our previous video, how to get your offer accepted.
There you go. For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Or how to craft a winning offer, I think is the way it was titled. So check that video out.
Yeah.
But also you want to paint them the picture. Them owning a home. What that feels like. Help them to visualize.
That's right.
What that'll be like.
That's right. You want to help them to see mentally where they want to go. You're helping them to stay in the game. So again, stirring the pot, you're bringing up that problem that they had. Okay? The reason why they came to you. You're agitating that problem by talking about it a bit. You know, remember how you were telling me that your rent continues to go up? We know that, um, I mean, I don't think that they're going to stop increasing your rent. Do you think they're going to do that anytime soon? Just because, we've missed a few offers? No. How happy do you think your family's going to be when you're in this beautiful home? You were looking for a colonial. You said you grew up in a colonial. When you're having your family visit you in your home, how are you going to feel when that happens? Because that's where we're almost at. We put in some offers, and we were even considered as a backup offer for this offer. That means we were this close to winning. So we want to get them to feel it. We want to motivate them to keep going.
And if you like what you're learning so far, be sure to hit that like button.
Yes. Please hit the like button. It lets YouTube, Facebook, Instagram stories, it lets everybody know, hey, this is something that they should watch. You got some value out of it.
All right, so now we go on to tactic number 2. This is the fear of loss. So this will really help someone who's kind of an analytical, someone who needs lots of data to make a decision. Start crunching some numbers.
And let me just throw something in there. That's why you want to actually be able to read your clients a little bit. And Christina's going to get into that a little bit more when we're done. But analytical. So if you tell them something and they really want to see something, they're analytical. Maybe they're an engineer, or maybe they're an accountant, or something like that, right? How would you use the fear of loss to help them to be motivated and accomplish their goal of owning a home?
You want to show them some figures or some data that'll help them see that they don't want to miss out on this. For instance, you've been renting for 5 years. Let's say you found a great price for $1,000 a month, right?
Wow! Are you saying they've been renting a home for only $1,000 a month?
Yeah.
Maybe can you show me where that's at?
maybe it started out at like 800 and now it's like 1,400. Wow. So it averages out to $1,000 a month is the way we're going to put this.
And we like using nice round numbers.
That's right. So $1,000 a month for the year. How much is that?
Times 12.
12.
Well, I spent $12,000 this year.
$12,000.
Okay.
And then,
how long have I been doing it?
Let's say you've been there for 5 years.
Oh, okay. Times 5. Oh, I spent $60,000 already.
Wow. And that is basically a loss.
Yeah, that's money that could have been going into paying down your house for the last 5 years. Now, do you want to do that for another year?
Yeah.
And you know how 1 year turns into another 5 years? Do you want to miss out on whatever it is? It could be current interest rates. Do you want to miss out on the current interest rates? Right. Or another thing they can miss out on is, on average, property value increases by about 6% a year. Do you want to miss out in that kind of equity every year, compounded over time? Right. Over 5 years, what's 6% times 5? 6 times 5?
30.
That's 30% that you could miss out on.
Yeah.
That you've already lost out on. I don't want that to happen. Look, you're so close. Let's just keep looking. Right? Show them the data. They might need to see those numbers,
right? Okay,
to help them to move to the next level. And then the same thing. Everyone needs encouragement and motivation. I heard a saying a while back that I never forgot. It said, motivation is something that you need every day. It's kind of like a shower. Okay? You need it every day. Okay? So you need motivation, and they need motivation. So give them as well that same encouragement. It might not be the same as you would give to another type of personality, but you want to still give them commendation and encouragement as well. But you might use the fear of loss and data instead.
Yep. So if you want to check out our other training videos, please go to prettyhomeacademy.com.
All right, and we will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.
Take care.